Hey guys, it's Drew again. I want to do a quick video with my nominees that I want to pick for this year's YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. So let's check it out. So I want to list my 10 votes for this year's YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. And I know that this is just for fun. We're having a blast with this thing. Yeah, there's going to be people that are my friends on here. But if you don't like that, then when I come up in a couple years to be able to get voted on, don't vote for me and we'll all be even. But anyway, it's not that serious though, so let's just get into the list. I don't want to talk too much about each of these guys. Some of these guys I'm really close with and I've known since the beginning, and other guys just kind of getting into their stuff. But here's my list in no particular order. So the first one is DK Cardboard, Doug from Dougie K. Doug and I, we know each other a little bit. We're in a text thread, and Doug's just a great guy. He was an early supporter of my channel. I didn't know who he was, and I remember watching, specifically, I remember watching a lot of his videos and just entertained with him and his style and everything, and then realizing I wasn't actually subscribed, and I remember saying, I'm sorry, I didn't know I wasn't subscribed, and he's like, don't worry about it, man. So Doug, I think he deserves it, and I really appreciate everything that he does out of the record and everything else within this community. Next would be John, Wade Boggs fan. And John, again, I've gotten to know him a little bit personally, but he's a grinder. He does so much within his collection. He's focused. He knows what he wants. He goes after. He's got an insane collection. He's on YouTube all the time, in the comments, on live streams. Started another channel with Don, and he's just been fun to watch and get to know him and his style. And I just really enjoy it. I enjoy his stuff, so I'm also voting for John. And then next, I already said it, but Don from Don's Field of Dreams. Don and I have become really good friends. He's actually the only person that I've met who has a channel in person since starting this. I already knew a couple of people that had channels personally, but Don is one that I met through the community and now have actually gotten to sit down and have supper with him and just enjoy time and talking with him. So Don, absolutely get my vote. Next would be the actual second subscriber to my channel ever, and it was just kind of a fluke thing. When I started a channel, a few friends knew, and I remember texting them and saying, hey, I started a channel, and I already had one subscriber, and the next one subscribed, and that was Terry from TJ Maxx, Vintage and Nostalgia. How he happened to find my channel literally an hour after I had posted something with no previous record, I'm not 100% sure, but Terry's been there from the beginning. Huge supporter, insane collection, but really he is one of the most consistent commenters in every one of our videos out there. Lots of thought put into it. He enjoys dialogue. I've gotten to talk to him on the phone and through texting and just some other stuff. And Terry's just a great guy in all different aspects of this community. He doesn't really care what you collect. As long as you're passionate about it, then he's there to support it. And I really appreciate Terry and everything that he does. Next would be Ken from Ken's Cardboard. Ken and I actually talked for the first time a few weeks ago, and he and I have a similar passion with woodworking, and we've talked about woodworking and cards and life and stuff. And Ken's one of those quiet guys in the community, but he's always there. He's been around for a while, and I just really appreciate the support that he gives so many people, and just he has a blast collecting both modern and vintage. He's a huge homer for his teams, and you can't deny him for that. So good for you, and that's why I'm voting for Ken. The next would be Tony from JP Wisco Baseball Cards, and Tony, again, another great supporter of so many different people within this community. Comments a lot. He's got great videos, great collection, and great insight from a different side of the collection so many of us know very little about, which of course is Japanese baseball. Not only its history, but its current day players and stars and the way the game is played, and just the differences between American baseball and Japanese baseball. So I really appreciate him and his channel as well. And then next, another quiet supporter who's been around for a while, and I just want to give him a little bit of love because he comments on everybody. He's got a really good channel. He's not scared to put out his thoughts and opinions, especially with any of the controversy, but he does it in a way that I feel is respectful to those, even if they don't agree with his opinion. And that's Steve from Vintage Card Steve. And Steve he's just a good guy. I've not talked to him outside of comments, but he's always there. He's always supporting, so I appreciate him and what he's done. And no, I wanted to throw my hat in for Steve as well. And then next is Eddie from Eddie's Cardboard Chaos. And Eddie, again, he's a personality. He's a great guy. He's one of those guys that hopefully, is going to go to the National. I think he is again. And, he's one of those guys that I would seek out to go find just to shake his hand and get to know and just have a conversation. There's a lot of guys that, you kind of know or whatever, but Eddie's one of those guys that he's always infectious with his passion and for what he collects, and I really enjoy him and his channel and so much of his stuff. So Eddie, you get my vote as well. And then Mike from Canadian Cards, and Mike is again great collection, and he's almost methodical in the way he builds and collects, and I really enjoy that. Again, great supporter within the community, generous. I'm not just saying that because he blew me away with a gift that I was not expecting, but he did do that, and he did that out of his generous heart, not because he was trying to buy my vote, because only I would do that. No, I'm just kidding, Mike. But anyway, I want to say that. And then lastly, I'm going to vote for Liam from Junior Baseball Fanatic. I've not interacted with him at all outside of some comments, but he's kind of everywhere, and it's great. It's great to see not just young collectors, because there are a number of young collectors in this community, but the way that Liam and his whole family are into this passion, and he's got a heart for vintage, and he's got just a great energy, and I just really love listening to him and watching his stuff, and just seeing how he grows. And he's another one of those guys I just want to be able to shake his hand, talk to his dad, and just kind of get to know him as a person, and just be like, hey man, you're doing great. Give him encouragement, because he's encouraged so many people. So there's my list. They'll be commented or posted down below. If perhaps you've never watched any of these channels, please go check them out. They're just great channels. They're great people, and it's not always about the collection and the cards that they have. It's about who they are as people, and how they interact and connect with all of us. And that's what makes all of us more than just baseball nerds. We are a community, and it's that community aspect that I really enjoy and have loved. So I appreciate all of you guys. If you weren't listed, only 10 is tough, but man, I hope you guys are getting the support and the love, and I just want to appreciate everybody out there. So I appreciate it again, and until next time, you guys be good.